morning, Galileo. Here I have my person I'm interviewing. His name is Chief Warrant Officer Jackson. He just retired from the military about, how long was it?
Well, I retired in July of 2009.
Wow. So I'm going to ask you some things, and they're for your interview. So what branch of the military did you serve in?
Well, before we get started, I would like to say good morning, Galileo. It's a pleasure to do this interview. My neighbor here, he asked me to do the interview, and I was more than happy. So I'll answer any questions that you have for me. And if you could remind me, what is that first question again?
The first question is, what branch of military did you serve in?
The branch of military that I served in was United States Army.
And what rank were you in when you retired from the United States military?
Okay. Again, I retired in July of 2009, and I retired the rank of Chief Warrant Officer Jackson. The title of Warrant Officer is that we are subject matter expert in our field. My field was supply.
So how many years did you serve in our country?
I served a total of 21 years.
Wow. So were you deployed during any war? If so, which war?
Yes, sir. I was deployed numerous of times. First starting with 82nd Airborne Division, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Deployed to Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm. Plus numerous assignments all over Europe. Germany, Korea, Africa, Spain. Pretty much been all over the world. And it was a pleasure serving my country.
So how has the military impacted your life?
Great question. The military has impacted my life, first coming from Sanford, the Goldsboro district. I just saw the Army as an opportunity to get out of Sanford and actually see the world. And it was the best decision I've ever made. And I would recommend to anyone, if you're not sure what you want to do in life, try the Army. The Army will give you skills that you never knew you had. And you can build on them skills, and that's what I did. I took advantage of it.
So could you share with me a positive story where your lives were changed?
Oh, man, I have so many. Yes, one of the stories that I share with a lot of my cadets, and let me assure you that I work for Seminole County Public Schools. I'm a JRTC instructor at South Seminole Middle School. So what I do, I share with my cadets, one of my stories that I tell them is that we were in Spain, and we were guarding the embassy, and there was some turmoil going on, and we were there to stand guard on the embassy. And one of the Spaniards was very uncomfortable with the Army being there. And this person actually spit on a soldier that was standing like 2 soldiers down from me. The soldier was upset, but he maintained his bearing. He didn't do anything. He just stayed at attention. And from that actions of him maintaining his composure, being professional, not starting an international incident, he was promoted. He was promoted from the rank of private first class to specialist, all because he maintained his composure from an irate person from another country. That's got to be the most positive.
So, did you work to change the government for the good?
Say that question again?
So, did your work change the government for the good?
Yes, we did. You know, a lot of military, we do not really get the recognition that we deserve. I can speak for myself. There has been many a nights that I have stand guard defending this country, and to this day, I'm still proud of my service. But there are a lot of soldiers out there that don't really get the recognition that they really deserve. And I tell you, it has really been motivating. It has been a career-changing experience from me, and the military has really done me well.
So could you please tell me an adventure you had when you were in another country?
Sure. Well, you know, serving 21 years in the Army, 16 years of it was airborne, 82nd Airborne, and we were jumping in Germany, Stuttgart, Germany. And I tell you, it's one of the most exciting jobs that you can do is jump out of airplanes, which we call airborne. And not only that, jumping with a Special Forces unit. It really gave me the opportunity to see another side of the Army, and Special Forces are the elite of our ground forces.
Wow. So, what was your most memorable moment in your life in the military?
The most memorable, I would say, probably at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, which most of my time was. I was able to meet the Vice President of the United States, and that was very motivating. I'll never forget that.
What was your most dangerous military experience?
Oh, the most dangerous. Well, I'll be honest with you. I never sugarcoat anything. I tell my cadets the same thing. You know, when you take the oath to defend the country, you're automatically put in harm's way. I would say the most memorable that I have experienced is pulling guard one night. We were in Kuwait, and we saw the Scuds. You know, Scuds are the rounds that come and they land and they make mass destruction. And just seeing the Scuds fly across the air, knowing that you could be right there when that bomb hits. So that kind of kept me up all night. But that was my most memorable, seeing the Scud missiles from the enemy come into our location and really do damage.
Well,
yes, sir.
I just want to thank you for your service
Yes,
to our
sir.
country
Yes, sir.
and for our Army and our freedom.
There you go. And before we end this, please thank a vet for their service. Cool.